The deep ocean is the largest ecosystem in the planet. Today, we know that it contains a unique ecosystem with a rich flora and fauna. For example, the deep seabed is very rich in minerals such as lithium and cobalt. Besides, it is the first organ of climate regulation before the forest. It has a capacity to retain carbon dioxide and methane, which are the two main gases responsible for climate change. It is also able to retain a lot of oxygen and to diffuse it in the atmosphere. One breath out of two, humans are inhaling the ocean's oxygen. Yet, it remains largely unexplored, and these ecosystems are still little known to the scientists. However, in recent decades, it has become a favorite place for bottom fishing. Fishing industry has to face a growing demand in fish in the world. As the resources of the ocean's surface and of the shallow waters are running out because of overfishing it, the fishing industry started to exploit the deep waters where a lot of fish appreciated by humans are living, such as the cod, the hake, or the lobster. But this fishing method is strongly criticized by NGO and ecological organizations because it is not selective. The bottom fishing uses a fishing tool known as the bottom trawl. Trawlers deploy nets the size of soccer fields held to the bottom by huge steel doors and fitted with heavy rollers at the front. The net scrapes the ocean floor in order to get as much as the species they aim as possible into the net. The problem is that they also collect species that they don't want. Up to 70% of catches are not voluntary. Endangered and protected species may be caught, such as sharks, rays, or dolphins, and also turtles. Habitats such as rocks, reefs, are destroyed and the marine ecosystem is reduced to wastelands and deep sea resources drop drastically. In those deserted areas, jellyfish, algae, and bacteria can gradually replace fishes and badly impact the balance of the ecosystem, which also participates in its destruction. It now represents 26% of the world's fishing and 70% of France's fish supply. In Europe, in 2020, the fishing industry has plowed for 2.5 million hours, which is the highest trawling intensity in the world. It is even allowed in some protected areas, although this fishing technique is catastrophic for the marine ecosystem. Therefore, the bottom fishing technique participates actively in the high fishing pressure in the Atlantic Ocean and in the Mediterranean Sea. For the last known year, 38% of the stocks assessed in the Northeast Atlantic are still overexploited, and only 44% of the known stocks are in the green part. And it is even worse in the Mediterranean Sea, where 92% of the stocks are overfished. Today, a lot of species targeted by the bottom fishing are those overexploited stocks, and some of them are even on the verge of extinction, such as the cod, which has seen its population decrease of 90% since 1970. Besides, predators who need to eat some species to survive can't feed themselves anymore, and they are also endangered. Even if the biomarine ecosystem will never be able to recover fully and to regain its primary state, it is never too late to stop our destructive activities. Today, we know that this activity is not economically viable and can only exist through state and international funding. The Poseidon report in 2006 in France stated that the oil consumption was too big compared to the fishing yield. Moreover, this technique is less and less efficient, since, little by little, it empties the oceans from their fish stocks and their natural biosphere. Cutting subsidies would already decrease enormously the intensive industry. While it empties the seabed, the intensive bottom fishing industry also threatens the jobs of the local fishermen by depriving them of their resources, which had led to several demonstrations. Nowadays, the measures taken against bottom fishing are clearly not doing enough to protect the deep sea ecosystems. They are either neglecting serious problems, either not respected at all by the state or the intensive fishing industries. There is only one solution for this massacre to end. It is to never stop fighting against governments and the intensive fishing lobbies. Some NGOs are already doing it, such as Bloom. Bloom is a French non-profit organization founded in 2005 by Claire Nouvion. Entirely devoted to the oceans and those who live off them, the mission of the association is to work for the common good by creating a sustainable pact between the man and the sea. Bloom has already led several successful missions, such as the ban of the electric fishing in the European Union, which is also a destructive fishing method, or the prosecution of European fishermen and poachers who fraud international subsidies and protected areas in order to make more profit. In May 2022, as a report about marine economy was voted in the European Parliament, Bloom fought so that the bottom trawling would be forbidden in all European marine protected areas. Claire Nouvion, the founder of Bloom, explained to us the details of this political fight.
Pourquoi l'interdire dans des aires qui sont déjà protégées de l'océan? Parce que les aires marines dites protégées ne sont en fait pas du tout protégées des méthodes de pêche destructrices. À lui déposer un amendement qui dit « Interdisons les méthodes de pêche destructrices simplement dans les aires marines qui sont strictement protégées ». Et alors, l'hypocrisie de cet amendement, c'est que les aires marines strictement protégées sont en fait déjà les seules zones de l'océan où il est interdit de pêcher avec des méthodes de pêche destructrices. Est-ce que vous savez quel est le pourcentage d'aires marines vraiment protégées en Europe? C'est moins de 1%.
Other NGOs, such as Sea Shepherd, ask people to stop eating fish when it's not necessary for your metabolism, and that it is not participating to the depletion of oceanic resources. As those ecosystems are still largely unexplored, they will be completely destroyed even before we know what is really living out there.
Parce qu'un monde sans baleines, c'est un monde où on n'a pas réussi à sauver l'océan. Si l'océan meurt, on meurt tous. On est complètement dépendant de l'océan. Si on ne sauve pas l'océan, on ne se sauvera pas nous-mêmes.